Hi, welcome to the Temporal War YouTube channel, where you can learn everything you need to know about this brand new game. I'm Buster, I'm your host, the game's creator, aka the Architect. Now, by now you may have already heard that the Temporal War is a trading card dice battle board game. But what does all that really mean? In today's video, we're going to take a closer look. Everything begins and ends with a hexagonal board filled with hexagonal spaces, which we call the arena. Each player starts with a special warrior card called their summoner. Here are two, which we'll go over in a little bit. And they also start with their temple tile. The temple tile goes on one of the outside faces of the board, and then you find one of your summoner's piece that represents them, and you place that piece on your temple tile. Simple enough. From there, you're going to summon more warriors and use other cards from your deck and gain energy to play them. And they're going to defend your summoner and your base, because if either one is destroyed, game over, you'll lose. Now, we're not going to get into battle mechanics today, but rest assured that's where we're going to be rolling all the dice. Instead, I would rather focus on these two summoners. They are Lionel, the bravest of men, and Maraga, the immortal. Lionel represents the human kingdom, while Maraga, the immortal, represents the undead legion. They are the summoners for the respective factions. Now, these two will be sold in a set together, because they're constantly at odds. They are polar opposites. Now, there is limited space behind these walls, and that's where most of the conflict comes from between these two, because, well, the Undead Legion consists of humans that have rejected the cold embrace of death and have found a way to have a second chance at life through vampirism or becoming a ghoul or what have you. However they do it, they're undead. Now, obviously, if people are being born and nobody's dying, there's your problem. Also, it doesn't help that some of the undead eat people and, drink blood and stuff, so there's that too. Now, that's enough for the lore, and we're going to get back into the cards. So, here we go. We're going to start with Maraga the Immortal first, and her effect says, once per cycle, when an ally you control is destroyed, you may gain 1 ether. If the ally is undead, you may gain 2 instead. So, obviously, ether is the energy source of this game. And what her effect basically says is, go forth, my minions. If you die in battle, it won't be in vain. I will regain energy from it and reuse that to play more cards, basically. To summon more things to replace you. So, she's pretty good, especially for newer players, because you can just go ham with it. Don't even worry about how you're... too much. Don't worry too much about how you're moving your character pieces around, because if you lose one, you get some energy back, and so it's okay. In fact, a lot of effects in the undead deck say, when I'm destroyed, I do a thing. Now, Lionel, the bravest of men, says, when a human you control blocks or counters, it gets +1 for each human ally adjacent to it. So, strength in numbers, basically. +1 is basically a battle mechanic that says whatever the score is, +1, right? And so, if you're being attacked from one side and you have 5 different humans next to you, you got a +5, which is going to go a really long way in this game. Now, basically, the humans are going to want to stick together and march in formation, so there's a little more strategy involved with that kind of building. So they're a little bit harder than the undead, but that does not mean that they are at all worse, because there is nothing more intimidating than a well-organized army marching right at you. Alright, well, that is going to be it for this short video. It was meant to just be an introduction to the game. If you liked it or you want to learn more, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and, all that good stuff. I appreciate you for watching. See you next time.